More than a dozen roads in Wise County are still closed this morning because the Trinity River is flooded. The city of Decatur just updated road conditions an hour ago. They've been closed since Friday, and areas near Lake Bridgeport have had up to 18 inches of rain in the last couple of weeks. At least one home is surrounded by water. Meanwhile, city officials in Fort Worth, they're also feeling the impact. Lake Worth will be closed today. That includes all boat ramps. They say the levels could be dangerous for any recreational activities. I'm here with meteorologist Cassie Hyder. Well, Cassie, is it going to get any better for these lake levels, or?
Gosh, I mean, it's hard to say. We do have a lot of rain moving in this week, and a lot of that's going to be taking place on one day. So I think it could get a little worse before it does get better.
So it may stay closed for just a little longer?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Eventually, I think we're going to get more of a dry weather pattern, but not yet. Today, though.
Hang on, guys.
I know. Hang on. Hang on.
I know you want to get on your boats.
Yes, I know. Well, yeah, I've heard a lot of people crossing the Red River. Actually, at I-35, the water's up to the bridge there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah. It's been a lot, but today's quiet, but we do have a WFA weather alert day. That's going to be for Tuesday. And on Tuesday, that is when we could see severe storms. And we're talking quarter-size hail, wind gusts to 60 miles an hour, and some pretty heavy rain. So all you need to do is just stay updated with the latest forecast, have a way to receive any warnings that could potentially come out. And the best way to do that is by downloading the WFA Plus app. So for Tuesday, we've got, at least in the Metroplex, a marginal risk for seeing quarter-size hail, wind gust up to 60 miles an hour. So that's going to be on a 1. On a scale of 1 to 5, we're only going to be at a 1, at least for now. Right now, though, just to our south, Hillsborough, Corsicana, Meridian, Mejia, we're going to be under a slight risk for severe weather. So that severe threat actually gets a little bit higher the farther south you go across North Texas. Today, though, nice and quiet. This is our Dallas left field camera. We've got lots of sunshine. Temperatures are literally on the cool side, and we've got a very light wind. So satellite and radar showing basically nothing but sunshine, and we're going to see mostly sunny skies as we go throughout the entire day today. We're at 54 in Gainesville, 53 right now in Denton, 60 degrees in downtown Dallas, but 56 in Fort Worth and 55 over in Mineral Wells. Later today, we're going to be back in the 70s. I think temperatures may be a degree or two higher than yesterday. 74 in Denton, 75 in Dallas, 72 in Decatur, and 73 today in Corsicana. And then overnight tonight, we're going to stay mostly clear. Temperatures drop back down into the 50s, mid to upper 50s for a lot of us. But eventually, the rain will be moving back in, and it's starting to speed up a little bit as far as at least showers and a few thunderstorms are concerned. This is going to be 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think the Metroplex is going to be dry during that time, but we will notice increasing clouds with rain and possibly some thunderstorms in some of our far western counties. But by the time we get to about noon, there will be a low coverage of at least some light rain around the Metroplex and maybe some scattered light rain as we go throughout the early part of the afternoon. Later in the evening, that coverage goes back down, but it's going to be pretty early by the time we get into Tuesday morning, so that's going to be your morning commute. This is 7 a.m. on Tuesday, and we do have scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, but the intensity and the coverage, that goes up by the time we get to about midday, so that's 11 a.m. Rain and storms, possibly severe. By the time we get to later in the evening, I think that threat for severe weather will eventually shift off to the south and east. And by Wednesday, we're keeping clouds around with a chance of some light rain. So how much rain are we expecting? Well, I think at this point, all the way through about Thursday, we could see anywhere from 1 to 3 inches across parts of the Metroplex, but the slightly higher totals will stay just off to the south and east. Today, though, mostly sunny. It's going to be another beautiful day. Temperatures in the middle 70s, and then overnight tonight, under mostly clear skies, we're dropping down into the upper 50s. By tomorrow morning, we're going to notice clouds moving in for Cinco de Mayo, 40% coverage of rain and storms later in the day, but really not expecting that severe threat for Monday. That will change, though, on Tuesday. On Wednesday, a 20% coverage of rain and storms. And then Thursday and Friday, we're going to keep a low coverage of rain. Mother's Day weekend, right now, it looks nice and dry. And look at that second half of the 14-day. Every day is dry, lots of sun, and it's also going to get quite a bit warmer. Tiffany, back to you.